Welcome, race fans! Not just to the day you've long waited for, but to a day that we're all thankful still came. This great sport persisted through the challenges of the year, and the end of the frantic rearranging, the end of the days, weeks, months of uncertainty has led us here to the Phoenix Raceway to at last settle the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series. It's the season finale, 500. For the very first time in its history, the Jewel in the Desert will host the final stop on the Cup Tour and crown our new champion. So before we take the last green flag of the year, let's take a look at the starting lineup. Chase Elliott will lead the field to the green flag in his first time ever in the Championship 4. This is also the first time Hendrick Motorsports has been in the title hunt this late in the game since Jimmy Johnson locked it up in 2016. And Connecticut's Joey Logano may have quietly snuck into this title fight, but hey, what else is new? That's exactly how he wound up winning it all in 2018, and don't forget, he's the last driver to win in Cup here at Phoenix. This will be Brad Keselowski's first time in the Championship 4 since 3 years ago. Both he and Chase Elliott share something interesting in that they've never won here. Their best Phoenix finish is second, but that's not nearly as bad a look for them as you might think. From 2014 to 2018, 5 straight years, the driver that clinched the title did so by getting their first ever win at the host track. Denny Hamlin for FedEx and Joe Gibbs Racing has the most Phoenix victories of any driver in the Championship 4, with 2, including last fall. He's been after that first Cup title since 2006, and it could finally be his today. Ryan Blaney starts right behind his teammate, has 2 third-place finishes here, and Alex Bowman from Tucson, Arizona, looks to give Hendrick's number 88 a proper send-off at his home track. Look who showed up in the same row, the Busch brothers. Kurt won here with Roush in spring 2005. Kyle has 3 Phoenix victories. After a long and proud Cup career that saw him win 10 races, Clint Boyer will run his 541st and final race as a full-time driver today. This much is true, he's always been fun to watch, and we are going to miss him in this series for sure. Now, Eric Almirola, his teammate, one of the first ever NASCAR Driver Diversity graduates, his record here is pretty solid, 5 top 10s in his last 6 races. But on the other side of the coin, you have to think the start of this race might be a little awkward for him starting next to his teammate after their dust-up at Martinsville last week. Speaking of Martinsville last week, Kevin Harvick was a quarter-mile away from possibly making it to the title hunt, but he's still likely to end the year on a high note because for the last decade, he's practically owned this place. Matt DiBenedetto in another Ford for the Wood brothers alongside him, looking to close out his first postseason appearance with a good run. He's 14th in points as it stands. A pair of Joe Gibbs Racing teammates occupies row number 7, Martin Truex Jr. from New Jersey on the inside, Michigan's Eric Jones up top. Jones is running his last race for the Joe Gibbs operation. That's Matt Kenseth, the 2002 and 2017 winner of this event. The 2003 NASCAR Cup champion said earlier this year he has no solid plans at the moment to continue racing. No matter what happens, it's certainly been a great ride with him. Cole Custer to his inside, the driver that had probably the best rookie campaign out of any of them this year, got into the playoffs with that surprise win at Kentucky. Austin Dillon, the winner at Texas earlier this season, and Christopher Bell's definitely had an up and down year, but he's hoping for more next season. He'll be at the wheel of the Joe Gibbs number 20. And today, he gives Levine Family Racing its final run for now in the Cup Series. Ryan Newman in the guaranteed rate colors won at Phoenix in 2010, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., his best finish at this track is 4th. There's Tyler Reddick with I Am Second on the car. He got up to second here in the spring before that tire failure, so what'll we see out of him today? There's only one way to find out. And new dad Ty Dillon, best wishes to him, Haley, and Captain Reed. That's the good news. The bad news is this race will close out Germain Racing's tenure in NASCAR. Bubba Wallace has had a banner year in so many ways. His surprising points run, his unapologetic activism, and most recently the announcement he'll be driving for 2311 Racing next season. Ryan Preece next to him has Honey Nut Cheerios on that Camaro. In the spring, he cracked the top 20 at Phoenix for the first time. William Byron's had a season to remember for sure. Got that elusive first Cup win at the Summer Daytona race. And next to him, the man, the myth, the home improvement salesman. 685 green flags, 83 checkered flags, 7 Cup titles, and over 18,000 laps led. has led to this: Jimmy Johnson's final race as a full-time NASCAR Cup driver. He has said, "I'm not gone forever, I'm just slowing down." So only time will tell if or when we see him back in a stock car. That would certainly be a welcome sight for many. John Hunter Nemechek hoping to say more woohoos than dang-its today. He's got a 4th place finish here in the Xfinity cars, and Corey LaJoie for Go Fast Racing, which cuts back to a part-time schedule next year. Michael McDowell in the 34 for Front Row, and Daniel Suarez pairs up with the Gaunt brothers for the last time. Suarez has 2 top 10 finishes here at Phoenix. Chris Buescher for Roush Fenway has finished top 20 in his last 4 Phoenix races, and JJ Yaley in the very well-received Fat Boy paint scheme. Timmy Hill in the Roof Claim Toyota finished 10th in an ARCA race here a decade ago, and Quinn Houff with Creek Enterprises colors on that Starcom Chevrolet. Here's Brennan Poole in the number 15, and James Davison, the IndyCar journeyman, on his outside. Joey Gase in another Rick Ware car, and Josh Bilicki for Spire Motorsports, which will expand to 2 cars next year. Finally, shotgun on the field for Tommy Baldwin Racing and Victory Lane Oil, it's Garrett Smithley. And that is how they'll all line up for the start of the season finale 500. To say that this has been a season of surprises wouldn't exactly be the surprise of the season. From Daytona to here and everywhere in between, things haven't been what any of us expected. It may or may not even have been the year that you were hoping for. But in the end, we've had one. And it has had everything. So from the truck drivers to the tire changers, from the ticket sellers to the painters, thank you so much for keeping this sport going. The drivers are ready, the teams have prepared, so what's left to say? Only this: let the race begin!